What's going on, guys? Welcome to the first ever gaming night stream. We are gaming tonight. Tonight is gaming time. I am currently planning to play Donkey Kong Country for the Super Nintendo. Is the plan. You guys did vote and you decided Donkey Kong, and I decided to pick the Donkey Kong game. I could have done the arcade game, but I decided to go with Donkey Kong Country 1, which is my personal favorite Donkey Kong game. I know people prefer 2, but I believe Donkey Kong Country 1 is better because Donkey Kong is actually in it. Unlike he's actually a playable character. I'm not a big fan of the Diddy Kong's Quest. Diddy's Kong Quest is a good game, but you know. But yes, here we are. We are playing Donkey Kong, as was ordained. Let's see who's here today. Got Angelo, Zach, Sandra Fan, Interdimensional Lizard, Mike Oxford. Welcome, guys. The call-ins will be open all night, so if you want to call in while we're gaming, we can do that. I also have the Discord call open. You want to join, if you want to join that, you can join in the Discord. The server link is in the description. But we will do call-ins. Soberman is here. Soberman fan, I should say. Not the actual Soberman. We'll dive right into the game. And I'm gonna have to redo my overlay. For this game, because this is a 16:9 overlay, so I need to get an image pulled up. I made one specifically for this. So pardon me while I open it up. Where did that get saved? I was almost fully prepared for the stream, but this is the only thing I forgot to do tonight, was get this ready. Where did that fucking save to? There we go. So put this, turn this off. Here's a new PVM overlay. Hope you guys enjoy it. Crap, did I fucking leave out a fucking gigantic piece? Oh god, that's gonna bother me if I don't fix it. You're gonna have to watch me fix this, guys. I will show me fixing this in I'm actually, I'll show me fixing this in I'm not gonna show me fixing this. I'm just gonna select none. Okay, now we're just gonna sorry guys, if I don't fix this now, it'll bother me the whole fucking stream. I promise I will be quick with this. It'll be very quick. I promise. There we go. That's fixed. Did you get a Switch 2? No. Leonard, get hyped. Get hyped for the monkey. Get hyped. Yeah, I'm excited for this. Do games look better on a PVM, or do they look better on a CRT monitor than flat screens? Depends on the game. I think that's a trick question. Of course, this is actually not 4x3. I went through all this effort. It's not even fucking 4x3. Whatever. It's gonna look like that. I'm not gonna fix that again. I will fix it for next time if we play a retro game. But I mean, I guess I could stretch this, but I feel kind of fucked up about that. Um, we will just. So that's an interesting question. The answer, long and short of it, is here. I got a fucking idea. We're just gonna. The truth of the matter is, do games look better in a PVM? Personally, I don't think necessarily. You can have a CRT game look totally fine on a flat screen. My general rule of thumb is I try to go with what the media was intended for originally, if that makes sense. Right? Like you want to go with what the original source material wants the it to be like, right? Uh that's the idea, personally. So, do retro games look better on CRTs? So you can have a retro game look amazing if you get like a fucking really expensive, you know, a really expensive like OLED TV and you get like a retro tank and like do a bunch of shit to it. Like you can make them look way better. What I personally think is, and this is gonna be a hot take, controversial take, but uh, honestly, the best way you can make a game like you're not in order to look good on a TV, right? The just fucking fixing this. Give me a second. Just a little bit overscan. Fuck it, we're just gonna. I know I'm gone completely fucking dead air. Apologies, guys. I will figure this out. I promise. Okay, we're set. The reason why you're able CR games look better on CRTs, I find, is actually because when you play a game on a CRT, you're usually most of the CRTs that are still around nowadays are actually pretty high end, right? Like if you play a game on a shitty CRT using RF and using like the RF input and like how like most common TVs were back in the day, right? Um, it's not gonna fucking look very good or work very well, right? Uh, however, and this is maybe a controversial take here. Um, man, this sucks. Um, so much dead air. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really trying to get this set up and looking right for us. Uh, when you play games on like a series, like PVM, like I've got a PVM here. When you play a retro game on a PVM, it looks better because it's a really high end display from back in the day. You can play games on TVs nowadays and it'll look fine, but if you want them to look good, you have to have a really high end TV. It's easier, even though retro PVMs are really expensive, it's still cheaper to buy a cheap PVM, which would be like the most top of the line display you could have gotten at the time, than it would be to buy like a C2 OLED, which are like thousands of dollars, which would be the equivalent of buying that today, or like an actual like LCD PVM. So there's the color grading on them is so much better, but some games are built, they're just designed to be played on TVs like this, so it generally feels and looks better. But we're gonna get into the game. So this is Donkey Kong Country finally, for the Super Nintendo. This is a game I grew up playing a lot. I think it was my favorite game for the Super Nintendo when I had, like, I grew up with the Super Nintendo. It was that was That was my game. Like that's the game I played growing up. Let me open my volume mixer. Oh, come on. Fucking Windows, man. I just want to turn this down to like 60%. Plays back in 94 as a child. So I was born in 97, so this was already old by the time I grew up. But my first console I had was Super Nintendo. My cousin gave me his Super Nintendo, and this was the game I played with the most. Because it was, I'm not sure if it was this or, I mean, Mario World, Super Mario World, the original, not Yoshi's Island, but Super Mario World, like, it was also up there in terms of games I played the most. And me and Adam would play, and we would play the 2-player contest, obviously. You know, we would play 2-player co-op. We would play together, and that was fun. So we're going to play this game. Now, the thing about this game is that it's perfect, because you come back here, and there's no bananas. There's no bananas. Where's the fucking bananas? Right? The music is so good. It's so good. And you just love the way, like, these old platformers control. Like, they just play amazing, right? I kind of fucked up because you're supposed to jump up here using the momentum of that guy. But we didn't do that, but that's okay. But just like when you hold the run button and the momentum. And then you have the barrel. The Rhino. Like this level just gets you into all the good shit like immediately. Who plays Diddy Kong? Who plays Hong Kong? I usually played. We would go back and forth. It was not like a one-off. I would play Diddy and he would play Donkey. It was because both Diddy Kong and Donkey Kong are awesome. Like it's you're fucking happy playing either one because they're both cool. There's a reason why Diddy Kong was able to sustain his own fucking game all on his own, right? You should get the right challenges to point the camera on Sony TV. You want to see a little. Fuck you, after all that work I did to get this here's the direct. It's fucking. You think I've got this hooked up on a real Super Nintendo? I'm using this 8BitDo SNES controller for this. I have a real Super Nintendo right here, actually, unironically. It's just so funny. This is the original Super Nintendo I had growing up. You can see it's yellowed. This is my original Super Nintendo. It's right here. This is it. It's not hooked up currently. And unfortunately, needs to be recapped. Which where's the fucking explanation straight to gameplay? Yeah, like that's the game, you know. Someone stole Donkey Kong's bananas, and look in the second level, all these fucking cool lighting effects, and the cool lighting effects. And this looks better on a CRT, I think, but this still looks cool, even like on this fucking TV. This like what I'm playing right now. You're introducing new enemies. It's still the same jungle theme. Still kind of the same beat of the song, right? It's still like kind of the same song, but it's gone more atmospheric. And so you can just skip over that, but you figure out, okay, I have to swing on the ropes, right? And so far, it's been like dangerous. Like, you can fall, but there are pitfalls, but you can get out of them, right? And now I can just. But if you're good at the game, you can just swing through all of it, you know. You can just get into such an easy flow state. No, I fucked it. I missed the end. I missed the end. Why would a crocodile steal bananas? Why would a crocodile not steal bananas? He loves his fucking bananas. I'm pretty sure there's a secret I could have dropped on there, but I fucked it. It's okay. I'm not going for 100% all letters run or a speed run or whatever. We probably won't get super far in this game because once you get to the minecart levels and some of the later ones, it gets a bit too hard for me, honestly, and I just died. Well, that's one thing. I mean, it's got a pretty nice health point system for a game like this. You know, like if you cog. You can slap the ground to do the secrets. I see. I should have known that. Barrel Canyon. Nice talking to you guys. Thanks, Kong. Thanks, Cranky. Do you want me to read, chat, should I read the text out for you guys in the Cranky Kong voice? I can't do good. Here's the first K level. I died so many times in this fucking level when I was a child, because I was fucking, like, you know, 7 or 8 playing this shit. I mean, like barely fucking able to, like, exist as a human being, trying to play Donkey Kong Country. It's not even that fucking hard of a platformer, even for, like, Super Nintendo standards. It's not that difficult, but at the time, I mean, I was a fucking baby, man. It is kind of, a lot of games I grew up with, because I grew up playing, like, when I was younger, I, like, tried to beat Castlevania, and I never could. Now I can. Like, I didn't have to do anything there, but that was just so cool, right? It was just fun. Just about collecting bananas. Gotta be badass. Can't ever lose. And, like, if you time it right, you can just, like, jump across those guys and just breeze through these levels, right? Now, you're tempted by the bananas down there, but they're a trap. I mean, you can go for them, but you're just gonna lose a life, man. There's no point, right? Checkpoint. The fucking snakes. The bees are the bane of my fucking existence in this game, man. The childless novels, we're tougher as adult, the whole game can be done in a day. Yeah, exactly. And that's a lot of fucking old games, I felt. And people have, like, this memory that, like, old games are way harder. And for the NES, that is fucking true. NES games are quite hard. Super Nintendo games are, generally speaking, not that difficult. As I just lost, fucking thing. But I'm not dead yet, you know. Like, it's... One of the things I like about this game versus Country 2, is I find in Country 2, Dixie Kong is just an objectively better character to be playing as. Oh, here's the water level. Oh my god. The fucking music in the water levels. It's so good. Like, listen to that shit. They were on some fucking... what they were doing when they made the music for this game, they just went fucking insane. And look at how good the water level looks, too. Like, this just looks fucking amazing. Like, I know it's an old game, and this CGI is crusty on it, because it's all pre-rendered, right? But it's fucking good looking, you know, man? If people try to call in, to the Discord, I'll pause the game. Cause I'll move myself to the general voice chat for the stream, just because I don't want to worry about getting people in. Why is Nintendo so infantilized now? They should reveal in the new Yoshi game you can't die. I don't think you can even take damage. It's a great fucking question. I don't know. I think Nintendo has just... to say they lost their way would be kind of like a misnomer. It's not that they lost their way, they just have... I don't know, man. They just don't know... There were certain things about there were certain people at Nintendo who knew to not mess with certain things in a certain way, right? And this guy is the fucking best animal one, because in the thing, there's really no, like, recourse for you if you're getting, for these underwater levels. Like, nothing you can really do if, like, in terms of enemies and stuff. But if you have this guy, you can fucking attack things, you can do stuff, but it's easy to lose him. I find it's actually quite easy to lose this guy. Because you get comfortable. See? Like, yeah, I just lost him. Of course, you can get back on him, which is nice. Donkey Narino. One of my favorite Nintendo Reno Kino. SNES for at least some difficulty. British Hands made this game. Yeah, that's true. This is a quintessentially one of the most iconic video games to come out of it. I mean, like, this game in a lot of ways is like I don't know, there's a direct through line through, like, the Commodore 64 and the ZX Spectrum and those games design and the design and mentality of those games to the games that exist today, right? Like, it's no coincidence that this was made by Team British people. Like, there's so much of like gaming back then and all like that. Like, it's so tied to like early like 80s PC games where like the graphics and like, it feels a lot like, I don't know, there's that one Commodore Amiga game. It was like the Beast guy. It was like Rage of the Beast or something like that. I could be remembering about. I could be completely misremembering about the name of that game. I should maybe look that up. Shadow of the Beast. Yeah, Shadow of the Beast. So this game feels very similar to Shadow of the Beast in a lot of ways. And I don't remember if that was an English game, but like British game developers grew up on like Commodore and Amiga. Like that's what they grew up in. But like this is very similar in terms of its like you know, heavy use of pre-rendered CG, which wasn't a thing in Shadow of the Beast. But I get a lot of similar vibes. I might be just talking out my ass, but that's just what I feel like. Yeah, come on, you already know what the fuck this is. Come the fuck on, right? Like, just come the fuck on, obviously. Just fucking, hey, Kremlings, kill yourself, you know? Oh no, I fucked it. I had a good flow going, but I fucked up the timing on the jumps. This is one of those games where you like to be spot on with your jumps. Yeah, this is the fucking barrel levels, and I fucked it. I died. Did I see the Switch 2 is outpacing the Switch 1 sales by 12% at this point? I think it's out to both the Xbox Series S and X and combined at this point. Not surprised. I knew pretty early on that game, that the Switch 2 completely is going to brain fuck the entire... It's going to brain fuck the entire gaming industry. You saw what happened, though. I want to make a comment. My prediction, I was hoping and praying that gamers were smart enough consumers to not allow this to happen. Oh, I fucking died. That was bad. N64 had like 5-6 games. SNES had dozens. I don't think there's any dispute that the SNES is a better library than the N64. However, I do dispute that there's only 5-6 good games for the N64. I will say this. There were not many games released for the N64. There's like the N64 library, like, what's the game? Let me look this up. You'll have to excuse me while I pause this. The N64 had 388 games. Whereas the Super Nintendo has 1,700. I will say this about the... God, my fucking thing's crusty. I will say this about the N64. As someone who did not own N64 growing up, but who lived across... But Adam, who lived across the street from me, had an N64. We would play games on that all the time. N64, I think, has a percentage-wise one of the best, like, percentage, like, good games, like, versus, like, amount of games released for the system. There's like, basically, like, no game. If you picked a random N64 game, you're more likely to end up with a great game than you are with a Super Nintendo game, just because there's so much filler on Super Nintendo. I can name you at least 20 good N64 games right now, off the top of my head. Games that I would go back and play again. And I'm not going to include, and I won't even fucking include, like, fan games that have come out since, because that really the N64 is a really good fucking fan game community. But let's just go right off the bat. And good N64 games. Starting off with Donkey Kong 64. Hot take, Donkey Kong 64 is fun. If you don't try and, like, play it all in one sitting, and just play it, like, you know, if you play it like you're meant to be playing that game, which is like pick it up every weekend and play like 2 hours, it's a fucking great game and a great experience, because you're just playing through the game with all the different characters, and by the time you pick it up and when you come back to it, you're not the problems with that game are that when you try to play it like you play a modern game where you sit down and power through the whole thing. It's like the one game you got the year and you played through it, and that's why I think Donkey Kong 64, honestly, good game. Good game. Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, less Banjo-Tooie, Conker, Mario 64, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Snowboard Kids, Wave Race, Mario Kart 64. Goemon. There's like 3 Goemon games for the fucking N64. Perfect Dark, GoldenEye, still fun. That's 15. Let's see what else. Other games. The Kirby game. That's good. Turok. There's like 3 Turoks for the N64, but we'll just count it as one. GoldenEye is unplayable because of the frame rate. No, it's not. Just it wasn't unplayable. It wasn't unplayable. It's a slideshow literally unplayable. It's literally not. I've played GoldenEye on 64 before. It's fine. It's playable. I don't think the frame rate's enough to make it not fun. It can be fun. It's not as good as a modern game, and I feel like there's that modern remake they made for 360, not the one that's available right now. Not the one that's available that you can play right now, but the that you can get on fucking Game Pass and Switch online. But there was another one that they like. There was like an unreleased that got like leaked. That's fucking awesome. It's really fun to play. The level, and frankly, the level design of the single player stuff in GoldenEye overcomes any performance issues. Facts. Other good games for N64 include, and this is without me looking anything up. This is just off the top of my head. Games I enjoyed playing when I was a child. Frankly, it's not an American release, but the original Animal Crossing is an N64 game. Animal Crossing on GameCube was originally an N64 game, and it's perfectly fun to play on GameCube. Both Pokemon Colosseums, both of those are fun. Both has a 3D representation of Pokemon, but also the mini games in those are really fun. Also, there's fucking Mario Party. The N64 Mario Parties are great. They're really fucking good. Let's see. Star Fox 64. Fuck. The original Paper Mario. Fucking great. All the wrestling games on N64 are like some of the best that they've ever made. Like some of the best wrestling games ever. Shadows of the Empire, F-Zero X. Now I had to look shit up to get that, to remember those. Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. Fuck, that was a good game. Oh, Cruis'n USA. Yeah, here we go. There we go. There's some good games for the N64 for you. Paper Mario 64 is better than Thousand Year Door. Bunch of nice N64 games. And honestly, I think Donkey Kong 64 is a good N64 game. Now, if I was a streamer and I was playing like Dark Side Fell and I was streaming Donkey Kong 64, abysmal game. As a game you play today, Donkey Kong 64 is bad. But as a game you would play in the 90s when you got it, right? This is a fucking, imagine you're in the 90s and you played games like back then. You get like one video game a year. Donkey Kong 64 has some of the most content and has some of the most like replayable moments. It takes so long to beat that game, which back then was a good thing, because you're going back, because you're not trying to power through. You're just like coming back to it every weekend to play through it a little bit more. That's why those 3D platformer games worked so well back then. At least that's the memory I had when I was a kid. I enjoyed Donkey Kong 64, although I did not play it as much as I played Banjo-Kazooie. Banjo-Kazooie is just an objectively better version of that game. Yeah, I love Mystical Ninja on 64. That was at my, so, background, most of my history with the N64 is playing it at Adam's house, and also my grandma had an N64, at her house, in her basement. Was that a trick shot I just did? I think I just did a fucking trick shot. I just bounced off the thing to get it. That's fucking sweet. I gotta wait for this to line up. Okay, concentration done. Nailed it. Those Star Wars games. There's a couple good Star Wars games for N64. Candy save point. Time for the Shaggy boss. No, fuck. Oh shit, oh shit. If I fucking lose to Naughty, oh my fucking god, I'm such an idiot. Oh, I'm so stupid. How did I lose to Naughty? The Metroid producer thought the N64 was too weak for that franchise. He's probably right. It's just not designed for big open maps like a Metroid. You could have done a segmented thing like you did with Ocarina or Mario 64 where you had broken up little areas, but the way Metroid game design was, it just would not have worked properly. N64 Metroid would have been neat. It would have been cool to see graphically what it would have looked like, but just the storage limitations wouldn't have worked with that type of game. Like, if you did a 2D Metroid maybe, but they weren't making 2 games for the N64. Metroid Prime 4 is a bunch of broken up areas somehow. Yeah, exactly. Right? And that's what's the problem with it. Like, that's the bad part of that game. Like, that fucking game looks like... I'm so disappointed with that, man. You don't even know. We're gonna do a quick poll. We're gonna do a quick poll. Now, I'm not including Funky Kong in this poll because he would win, and also there's only 4 options. But we're gonna do best playable Donkey Kongs. We're not gonna include Baby Kong, and we're not gonna include Funky Kong, even though Funky Kong is playable in Tropical Freeze on Switch. 2 games on PS1 are almost great. That's 100% correct, but this is in the PlayStation 1, it's the N64. They're just not... How many 2D games are there for the N64? I can't think of many. Genuinely, like, how many 2D games are there on the N64? Listen, I'm a big Saturn head. I just got myself... I got a Sega Saturn recently. I bought a Japanese Sega Saturn, which I'm going to be playing soon. But it's hard to, like, know which is the... Which, by the way, if the music is something is too loud or whatever, guys, let me know. Oh, Donkey's overtaking Diddy. Holy shit. Saturn is nice, but, like, you know, that's a game that's a console mostly known for its 2D games, although it has some 3D. Yoshi's Story is 2D? I thought it had 3D. Is Yoshi's Story 2D? Fuck, it is. It certainly is. But you know what, Yoshi's Story... I'll be honest, Yoshi's Story has a bunch of 3D looking objects in it. It doesn't look like, I don't know, Yoshi's Story looks so much worse than Yoshi's Island. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's such a fucking bad looking game. I can't pretend like it looks good. Standard everything in quad. Bang, it's 2D. Yeah, see, but, like, it's not many. Oh, fuck, I'm gonna live stream myself. Even SNES effective. Yeah, that's true. But the point I'm making is most of the development time for an N64 went to making 3D games. There just are so few 2D games. I imagine if they were going to make a Metroid for N64, it would have been 3D, right? Winky's Walkway. Oh yeah, there's Mistress Makers too. Comes the fucking frog, baby. This is where I started really struggling with the game when I was a kid. We'll see how far I get. I've beaten this game before. But I've not. It took me to be an adult to finally beat this game, which is kind of sad. This game is hard carried by its OST. I disagree. The actual gameplay, like the platforming feel, is so smooth and nice. It's especially a lot of these levels you get in this really nice flow state. All the monster clay figures they transferred in. That's so cool. The extra life at least made up for my fall. I disagree that this game has is carried by its music. I think the visuals are nice. The visuals are cool. The visuals hold up. I think they hold up better on a CRT than they do in this, but they hold up pretty well. And importantly, I think the music, the literal level names are nice. That's true. Minecart Carnage. Oh fuck, here we go. But there are so many fun things that like differentiate this game from like Mario. Like there's nothing like the minecart levels in Mario. The platforming feels very different. If you've never played Donkey Kong Country, I highly encourage you to just give it a shot. It just feels right once you get into the good state. Oh, I wonder if there's a bit of a delay because I used to be able to knock that. I used to be able to do that every time. Like I used to be able to just like nail that. I'm not gonna blame my controller or the lag or whatever, but genuinely I used to be able to be perfect at that, and I am playing this on an emulator. So I do wonder if there's a bit of delay in handling that. I don't really need those bananas, that's the thing. I should probably just skip it. It's a lot slower than I remember, honestly. I remember this being so fast when I was a kid. And see, that's the hard one, is getting that N. It's so difficult. And that's the other tricky one. What I mean, I'm playing SNES 9X. Rare fell off hard. No shit, man. Fucking... Compare Sea of Thieves to this shit. This is so much better. Oh, fuck. I fucking blew it. I wait till the last minute. Should've jumped sooner. Fuck! I blew it! Oh, hold up. Again, what happened to my streaming quality? Well, my stream should be fine. It's giving me an error saying my stream quality is bad, but... It also doesn't help that I'm playing this with a Bluetooth controller. I probably should just plug this in for less lag, but... Normally I don't really perceive I can adjust to lag pretty well. I'm not like, super autistic about that shit. But this might be a game where like I really need... My muscle memory is like really built on like the original timing of the game. But it's also not that fucking hard. I'm fine. If I die, it just I'm just tired. I'm not playing to beat this game tonight. This is just for fun, right? We may beat this game eventually. I won't lie. I'm not gonna pretend like I don't want to. No! Drop input, I'm sure. Online lag. Get these pieces in early. No, we're good. We're good. It could, more than likely, it's just that I've gone rusty. There's like fucking no lag. I'm just bad. I'm just so rusty with this game from not having played it for so long. I also don't remember the fucking minecarts being this slow. I think that's what's really fucking me up. I'm not used to minecarts being, they used to be a lot fast. I feel like they were faster. I think you gain momentum, like, the more you don't fuck up. You fucker! Oh, that's such... The 8-bit Bluetooth, I can tell already it's actually not latency or anything like that. The latency is like nominal. It's totally doable. It's actually me being bad at the video game. I'll be totally honest. Although latency is a real problem in fucking games. If anything, probably the biggest source of latency for this is probably my monitor. My monitor's not like a good gaming monitor or anything. It's a pretty shitty monitor. I mean, the color accuracy is super nice on it, and it's big, so that's nice. But I do not have a great monitor. But if I can't play this fucking game, if I can't beat this minecart level, I will lose forever the privileges to be the Donkey Kong guy. And I can't have that. I'm not gonna get a game over on the minecart level. I promise you that. I fell for it. I'm enjoying this chill, positive, and meaningful stream. Yeah. Group with Pal 50 Hertz. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know why I did that. I was paying attention, and I just hit jump too late. I'm so stupid. The only person I'm gonna blame for me fucking up is gonna be me. I'm not gonna blame the game. Maybe if we get to some of the later levels where it's really hard, I will blame the game, because that's just what you do if you're a gamer. But this is entirely within my control to beat. I can do this. Why increase the speed? It's not that it's slow, I think this is how it is. I just have a memory of when I was a child of them being faster. Grab the extra lives, you'll make him. Yeah. I do need to grab one of the extra lives. I'm just missing it. They definitely put that there so that you don't. It's hard. I just think it's a risk to get that extra life, because then you're more likely to just die. But they put that there so you can keep trying this. They know it's kind of hard. This is a fucking skill check level for sure. Like, you get that red balloon each time. Yeah, I know, but it's... I have paranoia about it. I don't feel comfortable. I think I can just do it this time. If I fuck up this time and I get below 5 lives, then I will go for the red balloon. But if I don't do it... But that's only if I fuck up this time. I'm also looking at the chat too much. I need to be paying attention to the game right now. Just use save points? No. We'll be fine. Yeah, stop looking at the chat. Yeah. Game streaming's hard. I didn't know how fucking difficult it was. Fuck! You guys are gonna learn how bad I am in fucking video games. It's so embarrassing. Ah, streams like having a couple beers. Yeah, that's true. Chris not being able to die in the new Yoshi Nintendo is cucked. I know. This is fun. I'm not like having. I'm not. Fuck! I didn't know. You forgot if you hold right, it sends you out. I completely forgot about that. Oh my god. No pressure, but you suck. Yeah, I know. I'm like getting worse at it the more I try it. You know, sometimes I get like that with video games, where like the more I try level, the worse I get at it. I don't know why that is. But yeah, it's like I've fucked up that jump like 5 times. Like I keep fucking up. I keep doing it wrong. It's like I'm getting muscle memory of how to do this incorrectly. Next level will be chill and positive. Even Yoshi's Island with the key is on the east side. Yeah, Yoshi's Island's not difficult. It's fun. It's a fun game. Honestly, this game is not that difficult. I'm just bad. Like, I should have gotten that so much sooner. I remember this one kind of being a bitch because some of the levels you don't get the the extra life barrel until quite late in. David Wise composed for all these games, genius for Donkey Kong Country 2 in my opinion. Hot take, I think the soundtrack of Tropical Freeze might be his best work. I know that sounds crazy, but a lot of it's because it's remix of Donkey Kong Country 2, but I love the Tropical Freeze soundtrack. It's such a that's such a great game. I was so disappointed when they didn't, that Retro went and made fucking Metroid Prime 4, which sucked, instead of making Donkey Kong. I know that's kind of a hot take, but genuinely, that the new Donkey Kong Country games are really fucking good. Didn't Graham Norgate do this game too? I don't know. How do you pound the ground again? Just end me now, dude. I gotta get back. I'm like out of the zone. I don't know what it is. I used to be in a really good flow, but I think it's because this is where I die when I was a kid all the time, and also the game's starting to actually get a little bit challenging. That I'm just completely like what they call I'm choking. I'm choking right now. Hold down some button. Oh yeah, it's down and Y. Even the rock one. Fuck, I can't believe I did that. It looks like we're back. Something went down. Something went wrong. My stream just went down from OBS. Feels like every time I try to stream, my internet just craps out. Most of the time, when I'm streaming, I don't have internet. Most of the time, when I'm like just doing shit around the house, I have no internet issues. It's just when I try and stream that things become a problem. And I probably need to get new internet, but that's a whole problem for another day, I think. The problem for future Gahoole, not current Gahoole. You know what I'm saying? The thing with these games is, if you get into the right flow and rhythm, the levels become really fun and like you just breeze through them, right? But you have to be in the right rhythm. If you get off rhythm, they kind of fuck you, right? You kind of get like a little bit fucked. So what they're conditioning you to do here is bring the shit with you because they want you to use it. Like, they're trying to teach you that you should be going for stuff up here. Like, you're trying to teach you to bring the wheel with you, which is what you're supposed to do. You just gotta love fucking Donkey in this game, man. He's so cool. Let me know if you guys are having any issues with the stream. Who's favorite animal pal? Definitely the... I don't remember their names. I know Rambi the Rhino. I always fucking call this guy Slippy Toad, even though he's not Slippy. That's fucking Star Fox. But the Swordfish. The Swordfish is the best one. Oh, fuck off. I can't believe I just did that. On guard with the fish. Yeah, fucking on guard, man. Love on guard. Also, the spider. I think the spiders in some of the later levels, I never really played much with the spider. I think the spider just gets too late in the game. So I don't remember the fucking spider. I'll be totally honest with you. The spider, I don't remember ever playing a level with the fucking spider in it. I think it was too late in the game. I think wasn't the spider just in Donkey Kong Country 2? Am I wrong? Am I misremembering that? But I thought the spider was just in Kong 2. Isn't just 2 and 3? Yeah, that's what I thought. And I didn't have Donkey Kong Country 2 growing up. I only had 1. So I just don't have the affiliation for the spider guy. He seems pretty cool, but just nothing that I had. Oh, no. I've been doing any painting this week. Oh, fuck. Well, I gotta go back and redo Naughty. I have to do the fucking thing again. That sucks. I got a game over, guys. Now I gotta replay all those levels again. I'm really fucking idiot now. I should have gone back and saved. We'll see now if I've actually picked up a skill, if I just got lucky with the minecart level. Oh, I thought you could kill the bees. Kind of spooky game. A little bit, yeah. It's very moody. It's very atmospheric. I'm not sure what went wrong with the third game, but it lose a lot of people compared to the other two. Well, it's a new team who made the third game. The third game was made by almost not entirely different development staff, but I'm pretty sure someone different did the music in 3. And I know for sure, like, the people, it was a new team essentially who did 3. Is the answer to that question? I'm pretty sure. They're all very distinct. I feel like 2 has very different atmosphere than 1. 1's very dark. 1's very, like, dark. 2's a lot lighter and more whimsical, I find. 3's just a bit too cartoonish for my tastes. Whoa! Let's go! Bonus level, bonus level. See, they used to have shit like this in video games. They don't have fucking bonus levels in games anymore. They used to be able to do shit like this in a video game, and it was cool, man. It almost felt like a bootleg. It just, you know, I think Kiddy Kong doesn't help because he's kind of a lame design. Movies became games, games become movies. Yeah, no kidding. Thing is, I just wish, like, the Mario, like, the Donkey Kong stuff in the Mario movie was like this. I don't like that they've abandoned this art style and this, like, feel for what's clearly an inferior design, you know? Where did it put me out? It started me at the fucking beginning of the minecart level. King Kong is awful worse than Baby Mario. Might be right. Okay. Fuck. I don't know what I did. Because I've got the one timing down now. We're back to this level, guys. I'm sorry. I will, if I don't make it to the save thing, I'll make a save state after this level, just in case. I don't necessarily want to keep replaying the same levels over and over again, which, I mean, that's how you're supposed to play the game. That's the jump I always used to miss. I think that's the jump I also used to miss, too. I didn't used to miss that one. Fuck. We were talking about something before. Well, the Switch 2. Someone mentioned that the Switch 2 is selling better than any Switch console, and it's like selling better than the Xbox. I'm not surprised because the Xbox, I mean, as someone who owns an Xbox Series, while I do enjoy it as a gaming machine, it just is completely devoid, like, as an actual piece of hardware. The Xbox Series X is actually pretty nice, but as a piece of, like, gaming, like, as like a gaming centerpiece for your living room, it's fucking abysmal because there's nothing to play on it. The majority of what I use my Series X for is 360 and Xbox One era games. Like, I do not play many, like, new games. I mean, I have played a couple of, like, new AAA games. The only games I play on my Series X are games that I would prefer to play on PC, honestly, but I don't have a good gaming PC, and I probably won't for a long time, I guess. Based on how things are going, I just won't have a nice gaming PC for a long time, based on the current gaming hardware economy, PC hardware economy right now. Okay. Oh, fuck, I missed the fucking one-up jump. Sorry, I'm locking in, guys. I'm locking in. We're locking in, folks. We're locking in, chat. Okay, so we'll make it. Never mind. Xbox could have to become an affordable PC experience in the near future. No, they can't, because no one can. The way the hardware market's going, there's just no one who can make an affordable PC soon. I mean, I thought that's what Valve was going to do with the Steam machine, which may still happen depending on how the market goes. I'm hoping the RAM AI market thing backfires on them and they end up having to... I hope things change with that. But the way things are tracking right now, I don't think that's the case. But yes, Microsoft could, if they were smart, make Xbox a gaming PC that's affordable. Are you playing on an Xbox controller? No, I'm playing on an 8-bit Do gamepad. I think also Microsoft's in a bit of a shit show if that's the case, because they have to put Windows on it, and I just don't think Windows... I think the Steam machine's dead in the water. It's not. People want it. I think people want the Steam machine. That's the problem. You see so many people building their own Steam machines, and what's it called? Emudeck is making their own one. that's got higher performance, right? People love the idea of it because the Steam Deck itself and like SteamOS is exceptionally good. People keep saying try Batocera. I don't feel like Batocera is as smooth of an operation as the Steam Deck, SteamOS. Just from what I've read about it, I mean, it's using an entirely different Linux architecture. It's using Fedora, not Arch, if I remember correctly. I mean, it doesn't make that much of a difference, but, you know. What the appeal for Steam Deck is there, because a more console-like game PC makes sense, especially with the way things are now, especially as bad as Windows has gotten for gaming. Like, Microsoft would have to make Windows 12 at this point to make Batocera. Batocera is a Linux distro that essentially mimics the look and feel of SteamOS, but it's not SteamOS. It's not official SteamOS. It's a different independent project, but it has the same goals and basically achieves the same outcome as SteamOS almost completely, but it's not exactly the same. That's what Batocera is. I mean, no, I'm thinking of Bazite, not Batocera. Batocera is fucking emulators. Batocera is a front end for shitty fucking retro handhelds. Not Batocera, Bazite. Bazite is what I'm thinking about. But can you at least with realistic price point without things going? I don't know. Depends on what you mean by realistic price point. If you mean under $1,000, maybe. But is that realistic enough to get people to get on board with it? I don't know if it is. Bazite is trash. Yeah. Get Garuda. We're gonna nail it this time, guys. We're gonna nail it this time. Listen, I think that there's some of the stuff that's coming out from Microsoft with some of the changes they're making with the Game Pass pricing and everything that could start to turn things around. But the fundamental problem they have is that if their plan is to make Xbox a Windows gaming PC with a Xbox skin, it looks like an Xbox controller, is that in order for that to work, they'd have to redo my Windows. Windows 11 just isn't a good operating system for gaming, especially if you're playing to truly. If you're truly trying to maximize performance on PC and use more limited, cheaper hardware to achieve better results, you can't run Windows on your PC. You have to fucking be using some form of Linux distro. You will gain so much fucking more performance. Yes, you'll lose compatibility, but you were leaving so much performance on the table using Windows 11 specifically. Windows 10 has some blow, but it's nothing compared to what Windows fucking 11 is right now. I mean, seriously, it's so much fucking worse than anyone has any idea about. I think, honestly, it's one of the biggest fucking, like, I think genuinely, that fucking Satya Nadella guy at Microsoft, all these fucking Indian CEOs, like, they should be fucking ashamed themselves with how badly they fucked up some of the biggest technology companies in the world. Like, how badly who cares about the console? Xbox's plans literally to do Stadia. They had dumped so much money into that project, or because who cares about the console market? Every device using Microsoft to run every game design, so you can't run locally anyways. It's never gonna happen. I think that was one of the plans. I don't think it's realistic. I don't think cloud gaming is a realistic thing for people. I think local cloud streaming for people, like if you've ever had like a PS5 or a PS4 or an Xbox, if you ever tried to do remote play from that, it works fine. But all the good Microsoft does got working on Azure. Windows got neglected. That's a huge problem because Windows makes up a huge percentage of the OS market and it's still the most important. I think it's still the most. I know people say, "Oh, Azure, fucking cloud, AI." The most important thing that Microsoft makes is Windows and Office. Honestly, it still is because everyone uses a computer, and doesn't matter how much you move to mobile devices. Personal computers are still used in businesses everywhere. They have not been replaced, and until like Android desktop mode is a real proper thing, there is no replacement for Windows at this point. And they've let it completely fucking fail to the point that people are turning to Linux for gaming PCs. They made it clear that was their bet, but it's not going to work. The problem is that it doesn't work because it doesn't, as a fucking product, it's not a good product. That's the main problem. It's just, it's not a good product right now. It may never be a good product, frankly. I'll be totally honest with you. Cloud gaming as a product that like exists, it's been, if I'll be honest with you, if Google failed at it, what makes them think they're gonna succeed? Genuinely, you know, I know they have the fucking Xbox history thing, but majority of people who are using Game Pass are not using it for cloud streaming. They're using it to play games on their Xbox or their PC. The real future for Microsoft, honestly, is subscriptions, but it's not subscriptions for cloud streaming, it's subscriptions for games. They have a golden opportunity to loop in like a WoW sub and like whatever the fuck they like, you know, Elder Scrolls Online sub or like Fallout First or whatever the fuck that they have, and like integrate their gaming subscriptions into like into the Microsoft subscription model. Like make like a unified subscription for all your gaming shit under one roof for whatever it is a month. That's the future for Microsoft, honestly. Fuck. Bezos wants all compute over the cloud and take. Well, if the computing's over the cloud, how do I access it? On my phone? Right, this is the problem. Even if like the computing is in the cloud, how am I fucking getting it? Right? How am I accessing the cloud? You're not accessing the cloud from like, you know, essentially what they're trying to do is make everyone use terminals, right? That's what this fucking is. But, you know, there's no device. No one's gonna buy a fucking computer that's just a. They plan for it to be. I know they plan for it to be over, but the problem is that the internet infrastructure in the entire world is not strong enough to make cloud streaming a playable or enjoyable option, and it probably will never be. I know there's big advances in Starlink, but generally speaking, internet speeds have been stagnant for decades. Like the internet speeds in the world, like my home internet has not increased in speed or reliability in like 10 years. Like high-speed internet's still high-speed internet. Like it's not. And I live in an urban area. If you're out in the country, you're cutting off so many people. It's the same problem with the fucking Xbox One. It's like if your entire gaming division is based on, you know, latency has been the biggest issue, and Starlink fixed this issue. No, I don't think Starlink has fixed this issue. Starlink is too expensive, frankly, for what it's offering. Starlink is... with other constellations and other things coming online, it's a matter of when, not if. I don't think that's the case. At least the pricing I've seen on Starlink is too prohibitively expensive for most people. It is more expensive than most people's average internet bill. Oh man, the fucking stop and go level. This one fucking scared shit me. The fucking no music. Look at this fucking demon monsters running around. No music. Just jump on the platform, jump off. Be fucking fast, because if you're not fast, you die. Fuck. This level scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. You don't even know. Fuck, that scared the shit out of me. 120 months less than most rural plans for start. That's not true. Objectively not true. I've had rural internet at our cabin. It was not $120 a month. You know, rural broadband internet you can get out there, which was not very good internet. It's on super high speed, but like, we're talking $40, $50 a month. Not 120. Just, I don't know where you're getting that number from, that 120 isn't higher, because it is. But I would say I'd be interested to try game streaming with something like Starlink, but because I feel like game streaming, even with like I have good Wi-Fi, I've got good internet in my house, you know, and I've done game streaming, cloud streaming. Try games that aren't even locally available. That's already the case. Most games require an internet connection to use. One thing that turned me off my Series X was, there was one point the Microsoft servers went down, right? Like the Microsoft Play system, whatever it's fucking called. Like the, you know, Xbox account services, essentially. And I couldn't play my local games on my Xbox. And not even that, I couldn't watch 4K Blu-rays on my Xbox, on the 4K Blu-ray player that's built in there. Because while this shit was going on, because at least I got out. Can't be that much for fiber. No, it's not that much for fiber. It's cheaper to get fiber here than it is to buy Starlink. Oh boy. Good progress. I've seen prices as high as $200 a month for shitty static. I have not seen that. Whoa, dude. Millstone Mayhem. This is the game level I never beat. Frankly. Never beat this level. Unironically, will I beat... when I was a kid, I think I beat it now. Did I see the Exit 8 movie? No, I have not seen the Exit 8 movie, actually. I mean, I've heard about it. I know what Exit 8 is. I've heard of the game, but I have not... Interesting. I can do it. Oh, I fucked it. I'm so stupid. I have not seen the movie based on the game. Should I have seen it? Should I go see it? Oh, I can't fucking pin him as Donkey Kong. I need fucking Donkey right now. Oh, fuck me. I was up there and then I blew it. Well, it is what it is, right, guys? I need to lock in on this level, dude. Just gotta lock in on beating this. Ong. I should have rolled. Fuck, this is gonna be a tough jump. Probably better than that Backrooms movie coming soon. Ironically, I'm looking forward to the Backrooms movie. I was not at first, but I've been convinced that it looks pretty good now, actually. Whoa, you get the fucking frog on this level? I had no idea. You tell me this for the first time ever, wow. Fuck! Trying to get that fucking barrel. Bum, 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 bum. At least if I die, the save point's not that far back. Oh! I blew that. I'm disappointed with the Skibidi Toilet Movie thing. That's kind of fucked up. Everything that's going on with that. I was looking forward to the Michael Bay Skibidi Toilet Movie, and now they've just kind of fucked it, and it's just kind of making me sad, you know? Am I missing fucking voice calls? I have not been missing voice calls. Looking forward to Coyote vs. Acme? No. Pokopia Stream 1? I don't have a Switch 2. So I can't play Pokopia. Fuck. Fuck. I try to see any 2D animation that's like a theater distribution. You are aware that it's not 2D, right? You are aware that it's all 3D CG animation, correct? It's not 2D animation. It's real life with mixed with 3D CG. The animation's not done in 2D. It's not like Roger Rabbit style. It's like fucking. We can show your Switch 2 and you can see the stream saying shit. No, I don't have a Switch 2. I wish if I had a Switch 2, I'd be playing Pokopia or something right now. But I don't have a Switch 2. Can't afford one. I'm broke. Well, I'm not broke, but I just can't afford to fucking dedicate that much of my budget to a video game console I don't even really want. You know? I'll probably buy one when the next Zelda comes out, because I have to play every Zelda game. It just... I'm a Zelda fan. I will always play every Zelda game. More like Pokopia. Fuck, what the fuck happened there? Is your actual game a Switch 2? Name one. Good game on Switch 2? I don't know, people say the new Donkey Kong is good. I think it looks like shit. People say Pokopia, honestly, is one of the ones. Mario Kart World looks bad. Fuck! What's even worth that you can't argue on Switch 1? Honestly, nothing. Genuine, honest answer? Fucking, like, nothing. I can't think of a game to buy the Switch 2 for. Nintendo Switch Welcome to only $10. That game should be fucking free. Gaming just bad now. I am just doing bad with my game right now. Yeah, I'm not paying attention. I'm gonna ban Slim Cognito from existence. I used to beat this one level and then it's the boss. This was probably ZXV anyways. True. It's still Mario Kart World, isn't it? Yeah, that's about the only game that exists on the Switch, too, that I'm aware of. Stuff in Nintendo. Rare. Where's Godwin's pick these days? You mean Trifox? Or you mean Godwin? Said the actual Dragonson. Trifox is still out there. You know, he's out in the hood, living it up. I heard he was being cast in the sequel to Wigger 2, the Spickening. That's just a rumor, though. I don't have any confirmation of that. I don't take my word as gospel on that one. Whatever, I missed it. Don't really need the toe to beat this level at this point, anyways. I just kind of want to power through it. I was pretty close to beating this before. I generally do not know what happened there that caused me to get hit, but probably a failure on my point would be my guess. I'm pretty close to beating this. Oh, bro. DK wears a tie just like Sargon. Sargon won. Let's just say let's call a spade a spade, you know what I'm saying? It's okay, I'm still alive. Well, didn't make that. Haven't seen the sector snitch wars have begun. This is one dangerous X jungle. Coming to the Switch 2 Skyrim Enhanced Edition. No, I have not seen that. What snitch wars are you talking about? You mean like fucking... I'm curious what you mean by that. The room that Star Fox make it switch to worth the purchase? No. And we beat the second level. How many levels are in this game? Pull up the IGN walkthrough. 4, 5, 6. There's 6. There's only 6 levels. Shit. Well, we'll play a little bit more. Nintendo has what, 5 games to cycle through? What if I don't want any of them? Whoops. I should go save the game, yeah. Can I rewind? Nah. There even a decent new mainline Mario game on Switch? No, not yet. There's some about the GameCube launch, but here's what I was saying before regarding this Switch 2. It's launched and it's going to be super successful, and I think it's a bad thing for the gaming industry because Nintendo has proven that they are, I don't want to say anti-consumer, but they're bad for gaming as a whole, right? Did I see the new movie yet? I have not seen the new Mario Galaxy movie. Will I? I don't know if I will. I've seen that there is already... I don't think I'm gonna go see it in theaters. I think I'm gonna watch it. I've seen that there's already an HD download out of it, I've heard. So that might be how I watch that movie. I may not pay to go see it in the movie theater. Oh, fuck. Fuck. So the Star Fox scene's already on YouTube. Can I exit out of this? I really... Fuck me! I can't believe I just did that. I want to go save is what I want to do. I think I fucked myself by, like, coming into this world. I don't think you can leave the worlds. I remember you being able to move between the things when I was a kid. Let's get one up from that. Can't leave a new area? Yeah. Mistake. I made a mistake. Will I deal with the consequences or will I cheat? I may cheat and save state. If I have to. I don't necessarily want to do that. But I don't want to have to replay levels for you guys. I don't want to bore you guys to tears. I will keep playing level until I actually fully beat it. I'm not gonna like cheat like that, but I will not. I feel like it makes it pretty boring to watch me play the same levels over and over again because I died because I got a game over. Pretty sure DC had the same problem, and it's should talk Vickers or King of Pole. King of Pole doesn't exist. Oh no, I fucked myself. Well, that's okay. I'm not that far back. We'll just do this again. But I won't make you... Going forward, for the rest of the stream, I will do save states if I have to. But I shouldn't have to. I can do this level. You did nothing wrong, you did everything correct. This is not an admission of defeat. It is an admission of defeat. I'm admitting defeat. The game is better than me. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's even a little bit shameful for me to say that Donkey Kong Country is better than me. Donkey Kong Country is maybe the best video game ever made. I don't have to feel ashamed or bad that I think it's better than I am. It's just the truth. Right? Does that make sense? Oh, bonus level, 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 bonus. It's the best video game ever made. I think so, yes. Where'd that fish go? But you can go back to the save room after you beat the boss. I didn't realize that. You told me this for the first time. I suppose you can just go to an old level and save. I guess that's how you do it. I don't really need the fucking frog for this. I mean, it's helpful, but it's not so helpful that I feel like I have to go get it and I don't want to risk going through those jumps again for something that I'm not necessarily gonna need. Fuck, I should have got the frog. I'm so stupid. Fuck, I'm stupid. Fuck. There goes my bonus lives I won. It's okay. We'll figure it out, guys. I will say this. Watch me die to it now. But the boss of this level is, generally speaking, not very difficult. The levels in this game are generally harder than the bosses themselves. The bosses are usually pretty fucking easy, honestly. But the levels are where it gets challenging. But the bosses aren't hard. Fuck, I fucking got hit by that thing. Fuck! Yeah, the Mario Galaxy movie looks like... People are complaining at DSP for saying this, but I will agree with him. The movie looks kind of like a mess because of how many fucking... You think Tactical Templar could be Donkey Kong? Yeah. The movie is kind of a mess of a bunch of different Mario games all mashed into one. It's not necessarily very good. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to rebeat this, and we're going to beat that next level, and then we'll probably call it a night. Fuck! I fucked that. I tried Sunshine, like the jetpack and all the squirty stuff. I'm not a big Sunshine fan either, honestly. Although I generally like the GameCube a lot. It's probably my favorite Nintendo console overall. Mario World, Link to the Past, and Super Metroid are better than this game. Link to the Past and Super Metroid probably are better than this game. I don't know about Mario World. That's a tough one. If I prefer this to Mario World. I think I prefer this game to Mario World. Is Mario World a better game? Like, objectively? I don't fucking know. Maybe. That's a hard question. I would say Super Metroid. Super Metroid's definitely better than this game. Well, Super Metroid and this game are similar in that I consider them like, what the fuck? I didn't realize we'd come all the way over there. Fuck. Is that this is kind of like as good as their series got. Link to the Past, like, I think that's the differentiation. Donkey Kong Country, the Donkey Kong Country trilogy on SNES, it's about as good as Donkey Kong as a series ever got. And same thing for Super Metroid. I don't think like Super Metroid's ever been as good as it was during Super Metroid. That being said, this is a hot take. Fuck. Might as well just take the invincibility and run with it. They're on part of the Final Fantasy music. Donkey Kong Country 2 is better than this? Maybe. Probably right. But I prefer this. Metroid Prime is as good as Super Metroid? I disagree. I don't think Metroid Prime is as good as Super Metroid. I think Super Metroid's a much... There's a lot of things to like about Metroid Prime 1, but I think there's more to like about Super Metroid, I'll be totally honest with you. I just think it's a better game. Oh, it's good as a 3D version of Super Metroid, but Super Metroid's better. Yeah, that's fair. I agree with that. But, you know, this is as good as, like, Donkey Kong and Metroid got, with Super Metroid and, like, these Donkey Kong trilogy games. But, like, Mario and Zelda went on to have better games. Like, I know people will just say Link to the Past is better, but Ocarina of Time is a better version of Link to the Past. Just it's just a better game overall. It just is a more polished, more excellent version of Link to the Past, you know? Like, between the two, I would take Ocarina of Time over Link to the Past any day. Now, you can't deny that a lot of what happens in Ocarina of Time is based on what Link to the Past did first and better. Maybe not better, but it's similar to, like, Mario 3 and Mario World. People will always prefer Mario 3 because it did it first, but it's hard to argue that Mario World didn't do it better in a lot of ways. People have a love relationship with Mario 3, though. What about the 3DS versions of Ocarina? Yeah. And Link to the Past, because was it Link Between Worlds is technically a Link to the Past remake, right? So technically both Ocarina and Link to the Past got remakes in the 3DS. One's just a more direct remake. I will say this, I think Link Between Worlds is one of the best 3DS games. Majora's Mask doesn't count, though, but Majora's Mask 3D sucks. But Majora's Mask is also kind of overrated, too. It's not as instantly good as Ocarina is. Ocarina is such an approachable, like, perfect game in a lot of ways. Link Between Worlds is called Link Past 2 in Japan. It's officially a sequel. That is true in some ways, but unlike other game sequels, it feels more like Link Between Worlds. You know what it is? It's like the fucking Force Awakens, or like the soft reboot of game sequels, right? Where yes, it's a sequel. However, and this is the big however. Fuck. The complete Mario 3 experience is playing games while reading Movie Bob's book. That's true. So much of what Link Between Worlds is just a recreation of Link to the Past, but with new features and like a new idea and a new story, right? So yes, it's a sequel it's objectively a sequel, yes, but I wouldn't say it's like fully a sequel. Fuck that. Have to buy Persip again. It starts a remake in development. Sarah's favorite Zelda is Minish Cap. Sorry, people texting me. I love Minish Cap. Minish Cap is really fun, but I wanted to put it up there as one of like the best Zelda games. It's just a really fun 2D Zelda. But it's not. It's a fun 2D Zelda with really fun pixel art and like a cool art style. But in terms of its dungeon design, like overall flow, it's like gameplay, it's definitely not like one of the best Zeldas, I would say. I keep thinking I can just go down there, but I have to jump. And it's tough because I don't want to jump. I keep dying at the same point because I keep doing the same thing. I have to rethink what I'm doing, otherwise I'm just going to keep losing the same spot over and over again. And it's going to bore you guys to tears, I know that. I can roll, I know. Mario and Luigi games on DS were great fun. Never played them. Never played the Mario and Luigi games on the DS. The frame rate on this is fucking chugging right now for me. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but it's really like... It's like something going on that's like making my computer just chug. My memory overloading. I might close out some of this fucking web browser shit. Hopefully that helps increase some of the performance. It's just chugging for me. I don't know what it is. Fuck. Make sure at fresh is 60 Hz or 59.44 Hz whatever emulator needs. It's fine. My monitor is fine. It's just Is it like stuttering for you guys on the stream too? It might be my TV. Might be my monitor then. Honestly. It might just be my head. It just literally could just be in my head, frankly. Oh, fuck that. Bum, 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 bum. Fuck, I'm so stupid. Looks like a skill issue. It definitely is a skill issue. Yeah, this whole me fucking up is just definitely... This level always fucked me up as a kid, too. It's a shame. Because I was doing pretty well. I was, like, creaming through some of the earlier levels, but, you know. Gaming 2026, nothing but problems. If I was playing this on my CRT, I wouldn't be having this issue. I'd be doing so much better, guys. The reality is, I should be able to adapt to whatever is happening, regardless of the performance or whatever. Because that's how you play good at video games, you know? Fuck, did that. Took your advice in the rolls. Thank you, Interdimensional Lizard. Should have done roll there, but I didn't. Not sure why. And we beat the level. Actually, we're gonna go back and save so we don't have to redo that level again. BS stance and retro raises your problems. I'm just running that setting as 9x by itself. Usually it's fine. Firewalls complete this in 1994. That's true, they did. No, I'm doing it now. And that's done. I get into this thing when I game, and I think it's one of my biggest like hurdles as a gamer, I would say. Can you go back to the treehouse yet? I remember you used to be able to go back to the treehouse. Now we're gonna save. Alright guys, we'll try and complete this level and then we'll make that the goal for the night, and then we will wrap it up. We'll get partially into level 3. We almost beat this level, so I feel kind of stupid to not complete it at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we gotta beat this level, and then we'll call it a night. It's just getting kind of late. I don't want to keep you guys up. Well, I can't keep you up because I've got to work. I love this music. Have I heard of Silent Rob? I think so. Isn't he that... Who is that? Who is Silent Rob? But you can't save. Get to the next save point? Maybe get to the next save point here. Yeah, get to the mid level. The mid thing save point? That might not be a bad idea. Love the way this level looks, so it's fine. You keep having to redo. Well, 2007 retro review. He's now a hardcore druggie lol. Oh shit, that's fucked up. I'm sorry for him. Fuck, you little bitch. Little bitch. Fuck! I just slipped off. No, my momentum carried me too far off. Ow! Oh, fuck! Thoughts on Grace Corp is coming out as Lebanon. I think Grace Thorpe sucks. You should ask Mr. Deadman about that. I wonder what his thoughts and opinions are. Fuck me, how'd that happen? One crazy attacking his dedicated niche fan base. It's very obscure, I guess. I probably have heard about it, I just forgot. It sucks to be him, I guess, right? Oh, what? We'll try Vine Valley and Vulture Culture again, and we'll see how far we get. So we'll play this game this week. Oh, fuck, that's bullshit. I held too far right on the D-pad. That fucked up my momentum. It's just one of those things. You instinctively like you like hold right, but I shouldn't be doing that. Oh fuck, I fucked the bonus level up. Oh well. Oh fuck, I should've grabbed the barrel. Ooh! Secret level. HP Champion, Donkey Kong 9 and A-Log and Godwinson. Listen, Godwinson's been off the internet for how many years now? There's no point A-logging that nigga now. You know, let him go. Let him live in his home goods, Bombay bad boy mansion. You know, he's allowed to retire essentially. I know what you call it, but fucking he bitched out of the internet, which is fine. God Outlaw was still good. I can't imagine the disappointment he would feel seeing what's going on with the fucking quartering drama now, the Kino Pounder drama. It's just an embarrassment. It's like a shallow retread and like it's like a shallow repeat, you know? It's a shallow rerun is what it is of the sector's like worst hits, right? It's not even like a good, it's such a bad arc. Was that really worth it? Oh. He just canceled out with the cheap clock and Doctor Who poster. It's grim. It's grim out there, folks. What can you say? Oh, fuck that. Oh, fuck, I blew that one. No. Sorry about my nose, guys. I know it sounds horrible. I know you guys all fucking hate it, but you know, just be aware I'm trying. get it fixed at my doctor's. Essentially what it is, I've got like a fucking obstructed nasal passage. So they want me to go in for surgery at some point. Fuck! I was having a good run too. Fuck. Come on, you can do this, you can do this. You can make this. So the things we're talking about it. Long COVID? No, not long COVID. Am I just destined to not beat this level tonight, guys? I think maybe that's the answer. Okay, we can do this. Fire when the bees move up. I do know that. I kind of panic when I get into the moment and I lose the timing. But I actually do appreciate the advice. Because I have been messing up quite a bit more than I should be. Let's go. Oh no! Worst main game? That was pretty fun. I didn't mind that, to be totally honest. Did I watch Rangers like the Archfiend, UTF 127, etc.? You know what? No, I did not. That's as shocking as it may sound. That sounds like something I should have watched back in the day. Those guys were just not what I watched. I mean, it was definitely a Channel Awesome guy through and through, but that was about the extent of what I did, you know? Oh, fuck that. War Corps 666, yeah. I was in a good flow, and now I've, like, lost the flow. That's a trick with this game. To get good at it, you have to find the flow that the level wants you to be in, and then, like, follow it. If you get off the flow, you kind of just lose the game. So I don't know if you with the archer, you didn't know him. Yeah, I did not. I'm just going for the K. I could go for those golden, what's it called? Thingamabobs, but I'm just choosing not to. I don't really know why. I probably should be going for them. Oh, that's good. Ranch is fun too bad that one there went away. There we go. Oh, fuck me. That was bad. Well, at least I got this fucking DK barrel right away. Fuck. YouTube is no fun allowed, and Sidenker is a desert. YouTube is really, it's just been boring. It's the content that I see on YouTube is not what like I enjoy anymore. But the only one who still makes stuff I kind of like someone enjoy is Doug, and even Doug's content has gotten very bland. You know, Nostalgia Critic just like does not have the edge of humor it used to have. Even though it's closer than a lot of other people, he just put out content pretty regularly, you know. No, I almost beat it. Fuck, I choked, chat. What can you do? What can you say? I just totally fucking choked there. No! But I do got this, you're right. Thank you, Cassandra. Ow. I do love the music in this level, though. Kind of makes up for me being completely fucking shit at it, but I do love the music in this level. We did it. We did it, Reddit. We're doing a save state right now. Just in case. Motion can feel slippery sometimes. Yeah, I think it definitely can. We were in the Ewok village. I would say the barrel levels were the ones I was the best at when I was a kid. And I was right at the checkpoint. Biggie Winnie. Let's go. It's kind of bullshit you don't start off next to a DK barrel here. Wow, that's okay. Oh, fuck, I blew that. Did I get started snow levels back then? They were tough. Not back then. I have since then, obviously, because I have beaten the game since I've been an adult. But back then, no. Pretty good. Good amount of bananas. I didn't get the end, but got a good amount of bananas. Fuck. Okay. Lock in. I can still not use a save state if I beat it on this try. Which I think I can, because I'm pretty close. I feel like I'm halfway there. If I'm hitting a checkpoint, right? These levels are usually pretty short, honestly. They're not that long. I got the end, at least. That's something. At least they gave you a fucking gimme on that one. Shit. That was worth a shot. How do you get up here? I guess you have to use a chipmunk, I imagine, as a plant. That vulture's the solution, I think. I'm just cheating, I know. I really want to get to the save point, so we're gonna cheat. That's right, we're gonna cheat. This is actually not the DSP time, it's the Billy Mitchell timeline. That's what this is. So don't sue me, Mr. Mitchell. You're a great and honorable gentleman, and I know you never cheat in video games. Did you buy the Dragon Quest remakes we were all excited for? I bought the Dragon Quest 3 remake on Switch. I intend to buy 1 and 2 remake, but I'll be honest, I played a lot of Dragon Quest, a good chunk of the Dragon Quest 3 remake, but I just did not. Part of the problem is that I bought it on my Switch, and I just, since the shit was happening with Nintendo, I don't have any desire to play my Nintendo Switch. I know it sounds fucked up. I have a ton of Switch games that I bought before the whole Switch 2 fiasco came out that I was like really looking forward to playing. And ever since the Switch 2 shit, I've had no desire to go back and play it. Even though I do love the Switch OLED, I think the Switch OLED's a fucking great piece of hardware. Like, objectively, it's a good piece of gaming hardware. That, and it's, I mean, if you can get a Switch OLED for $350 right now, it's a fucking incredible piece of gaming value. You know, you got a great library of games. It's super fucking nice feeling. The screen's super premium and nice. We're gonna do it again. Let's switch to fiasco. The whole pricing increase when it launched, the $80 games, the ugly design of it, Mario Kart World, at the time it felt like a very exorbitant price increase, because essentially $450, it's a $500 console for hardware that really is on par with something that should, at the time it felt like it should have been like $350 or like $400 at max, right? And I felt like $500 such an egregious price for that console. I have to say, for the console, for the actual price of the console itself, the $450, I mean, it should at least include a packing game. The packing game should not cost $50 fucking dollars, right? It should include Mario Kart, or it should include fucking Switch 2 Welcome Contour or something. But, and it should cost, but $450 in hindsight, it's not that fucking bad for the actual price of the fucking Switch 2 console. I think that it's definitely overpriced at the time. It was outrageously overpriced, and it led to every manufacturer increasing prices on their consoles. You'll notice Sony, Microsoft, all of them, they started doing price increases on their consoles almost immediately after the Switch 2 launched, and it was super successful. There was like a fear that if they increased the prices on gamers too much outside the realms of normalcy, that gamers would revolt and essentially reject whatever the fucking gaming companies were putting out. Like, they would just like gamers were supposedly like the smart consumer, and that gave us a lot of protection and leverage as a buying group, right? Because we just wouldn't buy bullshit. If it was a fucking overpriced console, we just let it fail. The screen's bad on Switch 2, tons of ghosting and blur shock. Well, that's the other thing. Like, there are multiple reasons why I didn't buy Switch 2. The main one was morally, because I wanted to vote with my dollar and say, everything Nintendo has been doing lately, I don't want to support it. Fuck, I completely blew my... I had to pay more attention. I know. Laughing at me because I fucking died. Now you save state. I know. Well, eat your shit, honey. It's just to get to the save point here. The other main reason I didn't buy a Switch 2 is I just thought that the actual physical, like, color design of the console and the screen is just a huge letdown. The Switch 1's kind of a boring looking console, but it's passable. It's totally fine for what it is, you know? It isn't iconically, like, interesting like the DS or the Wii U in a lot of ways are, which are very sleek and nice looking consoles. But for what it is, Switch 1's a fine looking console. The Switch 2 is a genuinely ugly console. You know? Like, it's the physical, like, the internal pink and blue, the pink and blue and the joysticks for the Joy-Cons. Like, I just fucking hate it. I just wish it was a normal color, right? I wish it was either a normal color or completely colorful, right? I wish it was either... Oh, fuck. My nose is fucked up. If we don't get it now, increase the price like $1,500. Well, yeah, well, that's the thing. They keep doing this to us, right? Like, these fucking PC companies and Xbox and fucking PlayStation's like, oh, if you don't buy your console now, we're gonna increase prices on you, we're gonna punish. Fuck. I have to do this. I really have to do this, man. I have to beat this level. And it started with Nintendo. That started everything that's bad that's happening in the gaming industry right now. Started with the Switch 2, right? If you trace back, the price increases on games, you know, the Mario Kart being switched $80, that led to the Game Pass price increases. That led to fucking Outer Worlds almost being $80, right? Like, it was an objective. Like, there was an objective dramatic through line between I fucking blew it. Thank you for mocking me for that. Could be that we're going to correct Nintendo's first. No, I don't believe that. Nintendo did it first, and this $80 price thing on games, then Microsoft immediately started raising their game price. They immediately raised Game Pass prices. They tried to make an $80 game themselves, and it didn't work, so they had to cut back. But every like price gouge and squeeze thing we've seen is because of, can be traced back to Nintendo doing first with Switch 1, Switch 2, right? We allowed the market to, instead of being responsible consumers and rejecting something we didn't like at the fucking whatever, Nintendo toddlers and Nintendo fanboys just ate that shit up and willingly forked over their money. It used to be that gamers, one of the things that shielded gamers right, was that gaming was primarily a thing for families, and you had to have the bank of mom and dad was only so flush with cash at any one time for like Christmas presents and shit. Which is why like game consoles have been historically a lot cheaper, is because you have to keep it within the realm of possibility for like the present to buy for a child. But like game companies have realized that the child market just doesn't exist anymore, and you don't need to cater to it, and you can just cater to exclusively to older gaming guys and make just as much money, if not more money. Right? And that's the playbook. That's gonna be the playbook going forward for a long time. Fuck. Almost at it. Pokemon looks like a Switch 1 game, by the way. I don't know. Something also happened like mid-generation on the Switch. Nintendo just got bad at optimizing games. Fuck. The only demographic having kids can't afford luxury electronics anyways. But that thing, game consoles didn't used to be a luxury electronic. They used to be a consumer electronic, like general consumers. Like the 3DS was fucking $100 at one point. Like you could get a 2DS for like under $100 at some points in its lifespan, you know? PWR reached out to me again. Oh shit, did he? I fucking must not respond to him. I thought he messaged me on Twitter. But I didn't respond to him. I responded to him once, and then I don't know. Twitter DMs have fucked with me. I don't always see what people message me on there. I think it's ever since I switched like the new like X chat or whatever. It just stuff that just hasn't worked very well for me. I will try and look into. I'll message PWR again. I wonder if young kids go to see the Mario movie play Mario games. I think some of them do, because the Switch Lite was the Switch Lite's an affordable game console. It's $200, right? And say what you will about that, $200 is a lot of money, but it's something that like your grandparents could, like, you know, grandma or grandpa could buy their grandson a fucking Switch Lite for Christmas, and it would be, he would only maybe just get that if it was an average middle class family, but you could afford that. Even the Wii was under $100 at one point. Yeah, exactly. and the Switch so well because people kept buying multiple Switches. I think that's one of the misnomers about the Switch, is that the 3 editions of the Switch, like, I bought a Switch on launch day, I bought a Switch OLED on launch day, and I eventually did buy a Switch Lite for my little cousin. So I have purchased 3 Nintendo Switches, right? And I'm one guy. So, like, this... So it's a very... I know you think, oh, you consumer, I bought whatever, but you know what? I bought my launch Switch on launch day, and by the time the Switch OLED came out, it was pretty beat up and needed to get replaced. And frankly, I bought my little cousin Switch OLED Lite because I had enough money for it, and I wanted to do something nice for him. So, you know, whatever you want to say about that, maybe I'm a stupid consumer for buying a Nintendo for the Switch, but you know, I don't think I was that bad of a guy for doing it. Mom and a couple kids' movies about half that price these days. Yeah, exactly. You know, going to the movies can be like $200 is enough in like a monthly budget. It's enough compared to like groceries to not affect your ability to fuck you over financially for a long time. Whereas frankly, for most incomes in this country, $500 is that, right? And that's what the Switch 2 is. Hack my Switch 20 from the ghost system I've ever had. Yeah, I need to hack. I've never hacked my launch Switch. I really should have. I need to focus on this level. I'm getting distracted by all this Switch chat. I need to get it when it's all the way over to the left of that one. Oh, fuck off. Fuck. Boom, 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 boom. Never seen what it means until the OLED was price reduced. And I don't think did the OLED ever get price reduced? I don't know if it did. The Switch Lite's a fine console. Honestly, the form factor of the Switch Lite's so much better than the Switch or the Switch OLED. If it could dock, the Switch Lite would be a fucking... Hell yeah, DKC. Here we go. I'm sorry. By the way, if you're joining the stream and you missed it, I'm only using the save state for this one level because I want to get to the save point to finish up for the night. So I don't plan on using the save states going forward beyond this. So you really don't need them. I could just replay the levels that one level, but I really want to get wrapped up for the night here. I don't feel good doing that until I beat the level, this one, because it's totally possible for me to do this. Just fucking zone in. If the Switch Lite form factor had an OLED screen and could dock, it'd be so much better. It'd be the fucking best handheld console ever made. Honestly, it's a great fucking form factor. I love the Switch Lite. I kind of want Nintendo to make a Switch 2 Lite, honestly. But I don't know if they can with the fucking internals on that thing. I just don't know if they will. Also, at this point, I'm not interested enough in playing dock mode Switch games to warrant a, I don't know, if they released a, even if it couldn't dock, I would buy a Switch 2 Lite, honestly, if it was a little bit cheaper. If it loses the ability to dock, but has a smaller form factor and a similar quality screen, I'm all on board with that. Switch 2 Pro controller is the best I've ever held. I don't know, man. You might be right. I love my Switch 1 Pro controller, but I will also say this. It's not... All modern controllers are, I would say, relatively created equal. I haven't tried a DualSense yet. Fuck. The next portable PlayStation will be interesting. I don't think it will. I think, I don't know. We'll see what form factor they go. But if it's like the PlayStation Portal, I'm just not interested in the fucking. I'm not interested in another thing that's similar to the Steam Deck or the Switch, right? I would want a proper, true handheld. Will Switch surpass PS2 sales? Yes. I don't know. I think it's entirely possible that they do. Considering the way the economy is going right now, hopefully a native handheld rather than streaming or like what? Well, they should have called it a PSP3. The PS Vita should have been called the PSP2, and then this should be the PSP3. I love the PS Vita. It's one of my favorite handheld consoles of all time, but one of the biggest problems with it was its name. Like, no one knows what the fuck a PS Vita was. You know? Is that a PS Vita? Fuck. Switch 2 is too much. I don't. It's too expensive, and it's not very fun. It's also just ugly, and I'm just it's a downgrade. The non-OLED screen is such a fucking downgrade, I feel like, from where it counts. Like, why would I be into that, you know? Sorry I keep dying on this level, guys. I think I'm getting worn out, and I'm not focusing in like I need to. Fuck. Mostly using docks is pretty great for me. Maybe. I get that. But if I want a docked console, I would just fucking play. I have much better ways to play most games, you know? I don't necessarily. Most of my time I spent on my Switch lately, with the exception of Smash Brothers. Smash Brothers is the one exception to that. If I'm playing my Switch, it's undocked in handheld mode, you know? And one of the problems I had with, like, say, like, the ROG Xbox handheld thing is that it just is, partially because it's so expensive, but it's a downgrade from the Steam Deck, right? I just feel like the Steam Deck was, especially when it first launched, that if you get, like, that base model for, like, whatever it was, like, fucking under $400, you know, it's like $350 for, like, the base model with the fucking 64 gigabytes of memory, because it's so easy to swap the SSD on it. It's one of the best handheld gaming values you could have ever bought, right? And I don't think you can even buy the LCD model anymore. You can only buy the OLEDs, which are very expensive and maybe worth it, but I don't know for sure. Fuck. Alright, guys. This might have to be the last shot of the level, because we've been going at this for a long time. Fuck that. I just need to think. You know, I just want to. I think I'm trying to rush it. We're not getting those bananas back. Not tonight, no. you know what you do with them, they wouldn't want them back. Yeah, they eat them because they're monkeys. Monkey! Fuck, I didn't roll. Oh no! How did Dixie lose the poll? She's the best one. Listen, Democracy chose what Democracy chose, and they chose the Donkey Kong. The DK himself. Fuck! Totally blew that one. Ooh. I just played Donkey Kong Country, which is Donkey Kong. Well, you can't. You can't play it as Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Country 2. It's one of the worst parts about that game, honestly. Oh, fuck. I blew that one. You gotta wait till... Got an extra level, so that's extra life. Oh no, I blew that! That's one of the easier parts. You play your video games on your TV with Sony TV. Yes, you can. If you bought a PlayStation TV, you could have done that, but you can't buy. I could have bought. I feel regret not buying a PlayStation TV when I could have back in the day because they were so cheap. Now they're expensive. You don't know anyone who's bought a PlayStation TV? I should make it clear. You cannot. It is not a. It's incorrect to say you can play with your Sony TV. It has to be specifically. You have to be using the PlayStation TV. Fuck. PlayStation TV. PlayStation TVs they're not super expensive, but but they're not that cheap. No, you used to be able to get them for like $60 at fucking Walmart on clearance. But the Vita TV was a pretty fucking good system, yeah. especially if you had to play like all the games, because it was limited out of the box what games you could play, because it like blocked all the games that require touchscreen. But you could modify it so you could play those games anyways. And once you did that, it was fucking excellent. Excellent system. Considering how cheap the Vita board would be to produce, it's kind of silly that Sony didn't integrate into their TVs. Actually, I'm kind of thinking about now because you brought that up. They really could have integrated the Vita ecosystem and hardware into a smart TV box. It's like a smart TV OS, right? Because I mean, everyone, like all the LGs and stuff. I mean, now everything just uses Roku or fucking Android, or Google TV or whatever the fuck now. Fuck. PlayStation TV, which means like a mini console. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. But, you know, would it have been possible for them to integrate the PlayStation TV mini console into a proper Sony TV, like, and essentially have it like that would have been good marketing, like a PlayStation built into your TV, like right out of the thing. Sony uses Google TV now. Well, yeah, of course, yeah. I imagine they use Google TV. That's like the standard now. But back when the Vita TV was a thing, would it not have been? That might have been a good idea. You could have at least, because you could have included like the Vita TV as like the board that you install like the TV software on, right? Okay. Because you could have included that and then like have the thing ship with a controller, right? Did upscale with the TV display? I mean, depends on the game. For the most part, yes. I would say so. But then you could have sold like Vita games that way. You could have sold more of the Vita software that way. This is not like what they could do like right now. By the way, this is a hypothetical what if, like from like, this is a hypothetical like what if could have happened like back when this was a new thing, right? Obviously now they couldn't do it, but like just like hypothetically, could they have done that back then? And then they could have sold like, because you had a ton of like digital games on there. You know, you had fucking Minecraft. You could have sold a TV that you just buy a built-in TV with Minecraft, right? It would have been a shitty version of Minecraft, but like, and you had a bunch of indie games. But I think the main thing, no, fuck off. We're trying one more time. Is you could have integrated the game itself, you know, you had the entire like PS1 and PSP library on there too, right? So you could have sold like GTA Chinatown Wars or, you know, a bunch of PS1 games to people, and you could just have that all built into their TV. That would have been super nice. And the bubble UI was pretty cool. I don't know if they had sold like their Sony TVs and the OS they included, instead of like doing because back then they would develop like their own custom OSs for TVs and use like WebOS or some shit like that for smart TVs. If they had used the PlayStation TV hardware and software stack in those, because I imagine it was pretty cheap to manufacture that fucking board, right? If they had done that, it could have made it could have at least led to more software sales for the Vita, you know? So you never want to support the Vita? This is true. It's objectively true. That is a factual statement. However, would it have... It is a good system. It's a great system. I love the Vita. The Vita is one of my favorite handhelds ever. I think we didn't realize how good we had it in the 3DS, Vita, Wii U era, and like PS4, Xbox One. Like that was a great fucking era for gaming. And I say that with not a hint of nostalgia, because I was an adult by the time all that shit came out. But the 3DS and the Wii U were both excellent, proper portable handhelds that were getting great support, really. I know the Wii really wasn't in terms of like first party, but they got great indie game support, you know. It lasted 7-8 years just playing for games. Oh yeah, I did, but like my problem with that era is that there was no successor for what that era had, right? No, come on. I will say, while the Vita was sold for 7 to 8 years, it was not supported with first-party software for 7 to 8 years, you know? Bro's playing Diddy games. Hi, Trifox. Diddy Blood blunt rotation. Japan can't buy them for some time. Yes, this is true. Japan, I mean, Japan bought hardware. Japan does support systems for a lot longer than the US anyways, in general. Ooh, fucking made that one. We did it! Did it. I remember you'd be able to go up into Donkey Kong's thing up here. Is that right? I used to just hang out here when I was a kid. Is there anything in the horde now? Oh. Do the keg ride? I know you could. I didn't know you could ride the steel fucking barrel. forgot there's another secret over here. Whatever, we're done with this level. I abandoned Uncle June. Alright, let's save, and we'll wrap it up for tonight. We're going for almost 3 hours. I was only playing a stream for like 2 hours. But here we are. 3-hour stream again. Well, guys, thanks for coming out today's stream. It's pretty fun. I felt it was fun. Let me know. Next week is planned to be mini painting / miniature showcase stream. I'm not sure how much painting I'll do on stream, because I don't know if I'm gonna have my camera set up ready yet, but I will be showing off. I will also let you know next week. Step up, guys, and tip. Yeah, where's my support? Where's my money? Give me. Oh wait, I don't have it enabled. One thing I will let you guys know is that next week I'm going to be streaming on Friday. I have something going on Thursday, the 30th. So I have something going on that evening. So I'll be trying to stream probably Friday. I don't know, maybe I'll do Wednesday. I don't know. Friday, maybe I'll do a Saturday weekend stream. We'll see. But I will be streaming next week, but it will not be on Thursday. So just a heads up on that for next week's schedule change. I know it's not even been a month. I'm already doing a schedule change, but stuff takes precedence. So you guys have a great night. Thank you all for coming out, for showing support, and we'll see you all in the future. Sayonara, everyone.